All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Salutations to you brothers all across the world who are pushing out this word in sincerity and in faith. Call all Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, Barakatham, the sincere and hopeful elect. And I was on World Star. And I came across, and this was today actually, I came across a video of this ant, right? And it says that this ant, it says that this ant moves faster. This ant moves faster than any animal on the earth, 0 to 200 miles per hour in 15 microseconds, right? And it says jaws of the Dracula ant go from 0 to 200 miles per hour in 15 microseconds, which is 5,000 times faster than the blink of an eye. And why is this important? Because the Most High calls us to be like ants. You know what I mean? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 1. My son, if thou be surety for thy friend, if thou hast stricken thy hand with a stranger, thou art snared with the words of thy mouth. Thou art taken with the words of thy mouth. So, when you're trying to reach somebody, do this now, my son, and deliver thyself when thou art come into the hand of thy friend. Go, humble thyself, and make sure of thy friend. So a lot of times when you see people in your life you may have not seen, or whatever the case, you need to be sure to give that word to them, because like an ant, you need multiple ants in order for the mound to work properly. Now the thing about an ant that makes the ant a lot like the hopeful elect is the ant is emotionless, right? So let's say one of the ants dies, right? So everybody's working in the ant farm, and let's say one of the ants dies. They don't really have a funeral for the ant. They put the ant on the side, and they continue what they got to do, which is much like how we have to be in this word. Somebody may fall off, you know what I mean? And you may try to help him a little bit. You may, kind of move him around. But if he's dead, he's dead. And they keep it moving, man. It says, give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids. So don't fall asleep in this thing, man. Because the person that you're going to see, right, they're going to need this word. It says, deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler. All right, because you're delivering this person by telling them this news, right? You're delivering them out of the hands of the hunter. And who's the hunter, man? Esau, man. It says, go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. And what is an ant's way? An ant is very team-oriented. All the ants work together in synchronization in order to, further their goal, right? So that's why the Lord calls the hopeful elect to be ants. And that's why a lot of our people are sluggards, because they say, oh, well, I'll look into it. I'll look into the Israelite thing, or this or that, and they're just kind of slow to move. Hey, when you first hear this truth, man, you're supposed to go from there and move forward. You know what I mean? It says, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler. Oh, it says, let me go back up. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer, gathereth her food in the harvest. And how do you gather food in the harvest? By these words, man. Because you're saving up, first of all, you're saving up food for yourself, and you're giving food to others, man. How long will thou sleep, O sluggard? So how long are you niggas gonna turn away from this word, man? When will thou arise out of thy sleep? So when is the time that you're gonna, do what you're supposed to be doing? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man. Right? Like when you have a guy with a gun, put the money in the bag. that's how Israel wants this truth. Hey man, put the precepts in our ears. That's how it is, man. And so you're not even supposed to sleep just a little bit. Verse 12. A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth. And what's a froward mouth? Saying, where's your education? Because a lot of these people, man, they're just wicked. It says, he winketh with his eyes. He speaketh with his feet. He teacheth with his fingers. All right? So he teaches with his fingers. So he goes out to different places. You got a lot of these churches that go to Guatemala, Mexico, right? And they're quote unquote missionaries, right? So they want to, provide food, which is, hey, that's great. But the real food is this word, going out and reaching these people and telling them that you're God's chosen people, not, cooking them a bunch of soup, you know what I mean? Because that's not going to do anything. So he winketh with his eyes. So he's very spiritually promiscuous. This Esau guy, man, because on one hand he wants to help save the world while also destroying it, which that don't make no sense, right? And he speaketh with his feet. Right, so he's constantly moving, man. He's constantly moving. More churches getting built. He's using the mouths of every wicked person he can, right, to get these people to follow along. Verse 14. Frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord. And how does he sow discord? Well, by coming up against the man of the Lord, right? And he deviseth mischief continually, because at no point do they say, hey, let's listen to these guys. They're just constantly devising mischief. Christmas parties, whatever you may have, man. And here's what's going to happen for that. Verse 15, therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy, so he cannot be fixed. Right? And in essence, that's kind of happened in a way, because a lot of these churches, man, are shutting down. A lot of these people are coming into the understanding that these places were set up by the so-called white man in order to generate this certain idea, man. And this is verse 16. These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. Right? So doing this in completion, right, is something that the Lord hates. A proud look. So you got a lot of these guys saying, oh, well, you don't know the truth, and da-da-da-da-da. They got their chins all up and all that. A lying tongue. So you a liar if you say that who you call Jesus Christ isn't a black man. If you say that he's not a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah, well, then you're a liar. You speaking a lying tongue, right? And hands that shed innocent blood. So you constantly trying to bring people into this machine. You got people passing out flyers, right? And they're being spiritual murderers. A heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, right? So you got these, like I say, you got these missionaries. You got a lot of different things and these imaginations that they're trying to devise, right? This one world, one nation thing, right? It says feet that be swift in running to mischief. So a lot of you guys, man, every time the word comes out, oh, you want to go back. Oh, John 3:16 says this, right? Because the Lord hates that. The Lord hates a nigga running his mouth, right? Saying, oh, this is what I think, right? A false witness that speaketh lies. So you got your T.D. Jakes, your Kirk Franklins, all that, because they're a false witness. They don't know Yahushua HaMashiach. Yeah, what do they say? Oh, it's for the testimony of Jesus. You know what I mean? So they speak lies because a lot of them know. They know about the Israelites, man. And it says, he that soweth discord among brethren. And that's probably the most important one. And that's why it's the last one that he hates, right? Sowing discord among your brethren could be as easy as saying, you don't need to pray. That's sowing discord, because amongst the brothers, man, we have to have a one-track mind. So if you throwing in confusion, oh, you can celebrate Christmas, it's okay, brother. You sowing discord, man. It says, my son, keep thy father's commandment. And what was his commandment? To have no other God above you besides Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And it says, and forsake not the law of thy mother. And what is the law of thy mother? Not your actual mother. Your mother is that wisdom. Do not give up those commandments. Bind them continually upon thine heart and tie them around your neck. So are you going to actually take the law and tie the law around your neck? No. You're going to constantly keep that on you. Like a lot of these niggas, a lot of these rappers, right? They say, I don't leave the house without all my chains on, right? So spiritually, you got to keep your chains on. It says, verse 22, when thou goest, it shall lead thee. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee. So a lot of times, you may be worried about something, but because of your understanding, right, you can sleep in peace, right? And wherever you go, the spirit, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, is going to be led over you, right? It will lead you. And when thou wakest, it shall talk with thee. That's why when you wake up, hey, every single man, the Lord is saying, hey, all praises to the Most High, right? Because during the night, you had a good sleep, and the Lord put you to rest. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, right? So a lot of people have lamps, right? But they don't have the light, because you see, the law is the light. A lot of us have lamps, but nothing is shining from that lamp. And it says, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life. So you constantly have to be chastised. Hey, don't do this, do this. Reproof is the key to life, man. If you don't get told what to do, man, somebody else is going to tell you what to do. And you might not like what they say, because they'll tell you sweet things. You know what I mean? Everywhere. Hey, we're all not perfect. We're all sinners. Well, some of us have been anointed. Some of us are blameless, We still have our charges on us, but our charges are going to get dropped. Verse 24, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. So that doesn't mean an actual woman. That evil woman is that philosophy, right? That queen of heaven spirit, right? From the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman, because a lot of these different religions say certain things that make you want to join, such as Islam, man. Oh, your woman has to cover up her whole body. That flattery and all that, it appeals to certain people, right? It says, lust not after her beauty in thine heart. So don't really believe that this is for you, right? Neither let her take thee with her eyelids. So that's the main thing. Just like a woman, right? If a woman looks at you and she keeps looking you up and down, you're going to go to her. So just like Islam, if Islam is telling you, hey, you can eat this, you don't have to do this, all you got to do is this, that's those eyelids. You know what I mean? That is that, that's that look, right? For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, right? And that whorish woman is those philosophies. And the adulteress will hunt for the precious life. So you have a lot of those, you have a lot of those religions, man, tearing up our people. A lot of these guys that are in Islam, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are in Islam, man, they've been hunted by that adulteress, man. It says, can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? So that's where the term playing with fire comes from, right? And another thing, what does fire kill? Well, fire kills the ant very effectively. You can take a lighter and you can put the lighter on the ant for 1 second and it's dead, right? So what the Lord is saying, can you take fire into yourself and your clothes not be burned? So can you take a lighter and light your shirt on fire and it just not be burned? That's what these other philosophies do to you. They're going to burn you. It says, can one go upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? Right? So as you go in this walk and you're walking as a Buddhist or a Hindu or whatever the fuck, your feet are going to get burned, right? Now what happens when you walk across hot coals? Your feet get burned, so what do? You run harder. You run more. So these niggas get deeper and deeper into these philosophies, and ultimately they die because of it, man. It says, so he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her, shall not be innocent. So you got a lot of these guys, man, and they be tricking off on their friend's girl. You know what I mean? And but this is talking about the philosophy. It says, men do not despise a thief if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry, right? So a lot of times guys may want to hear something from you, you know what I mean? Because they really want to hear the word, you know what I mean? So don't, when a guy, you know, kind of is asking questions, you know, and kind of just, you know, taking up what you're giving him, hey, he's not stealing, man. You know, he's just really hungry. You know, it's much like if you take a homeless guy and you hand him a sandwich, he's going to devour it. You know what I mean? Because he's hungry. It's just like these people. These people need to hear the word, man. It says, but if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. So that's a complete amount of times. He shall give all the substance of his house. And the substance of his house is this word, man, this doctrine. The doctrine of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. That's the true substance. Verse 32, but whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. So when you go off and you do certain shit, you know what I mean, that's against the law, statutes, and commandments, spiritually you've committed adultery with a strange woman. You know what I mean? And the Lord is a very jealous God, man. It says, a wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. So it's going to be a stain upon you. You know what I mean? For jealousy is the rage of a man, right? So when a man is jealous, that's one of the worst. Jealousy is one of the worst emotions that a man can feel. And that's why a lot of situations happen to men. They let their jealousy get the best of them. Therefore, he will not spare in the day of vengeance. And what is that day of vengeance? When those nukes come, man. And that's coming very soon, right? This is the last verse and I'll end the video. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts, right? So as you tell these guys, hey, you're an Israelite, you're giving them gifts. If you tell somebody, hey, you're an Israelite, these are the law, statutes, and commandments, you're giving them a gift, right? But he won't regard the ransom because he's a slave. You see, he's a slave to the world. So no matter what you do, you can't buy him out. Really, the Lord, right? The Lord is gonna pay for us. He's gonna buy us back, man. The Lord, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, is gonna buy the hopeful elect back. You know what I mean? And we're gonna be grafted in. You know what I mean? And we're gonna be joint heirs with HaMashiach. So really, no man can pay your ransom. He can just give you a little money. When you go up to somebody and you're telling them about their heritage, and you're telling them, you know, you're Israelite, da, 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 to those who are Israelites, you're giving them money. You see, here, use this. Take this. Now, some of them won't regard the money. They don't care. They're like, oh, whatever. Right? Neither will he rest content. So no matter where he goes, he's not going to be okay. You know what I mean? He's not going to feel like what he's doing is the right thing. That's why the men of the Lord, we know what we're doing is the right thing. Right? Because we can rest contently. The Lord has given us that rest physically. You know what I mean? A lot of brothers before the truth, you know, they just felt like they were just pressed for time and, you know, constantly just running yourself ragged. Now we have a more calm approach because we know that very soon, right, that the Lord is coming back, man. So, hey, man, hopefully this was edifying. Be like the ant. Don't be like the sluggard, man. Keep working hard. It don't matter how many ants die. It don't matter how many ants fall to the wayside. Take that ant body, move it to the side, and keep serving, man. Keep serving. That's all you gotta do. Keep doing the work of the ant, man. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna play this video. So this video was taken at 480,000 frames per second. I mean, that's extremely fast. You know, and just like the mouthpiece of the prophets, you know what I mean? The ant's jaw is very important, you see. So because these ants can use their mouths with such quickness, look how fast that is, man. And that's how a lot of Israel is. We just open our mouth and we fuck ourselves up, man. You know what I mean? And that's how we are, man. We just shoot off at the mouth. You know what I mean? And that's what's gonna lead to our destruction, man. So hopefully that was edifying, man. You know, be like the ant, man. Don't be like the sluggard, man. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, and Shalom to the whole elect.